Recently, I saw Harry Potter and the Cursed Child at the LA Pantages Theatre, and no, this is not a review of that play, although, spoiler, it did blow my mind. Rather, it's looking at that play and what it taught me about filmmaking that I want to apply moving forward in any live action films that I do. And that is simply that I want to work with people more who come from a theater background. And the reason for this is that Harry Potter, even if you're not, a Potterhead, let's say, you know that it's about magic, right? And so the play has to convince you that you are in this world of Harry Potter, that magic is real. And the way they pull off this illusion is through lighting techniques, through practical effects, and so forth, right? Things that we used to do a lot more of in film, and still do to a certain extent, but we rely a lot more on CGI now. And part of the reason why we do that is because it allows flexibility to change our minds later. And I feel like that's a big detriment to filmmakers oftentimes, is that we're like, we'll fix it in post and we can create how we want it to look. And, if we want to make it blue instead of purple or red, in terms of whatever, then we have that allowance. But by committing earlier, right, in the pre-production and into production phase, you can actually, save yourself a lot of time and headache. And then by employing people that have that background, from the theater. And I use the theater people as essentially shorthand for people who know practical effects. But in theater, to me, there's, and perhaps I could be glorifying them, but it's because they don't get a retake, right? They don't get the benefit of CGI. They have to, in that moment, make you believe and pull it off in one single quote-unquote take, because it's a play, right, that what you're seeing is true. And so their minds are very solution-oriented and minds in possibility, right, of how do we pull this off. And I love that ideology, and I want more people like that around me for any live action film that I do. So, take it for what it may be. There are plenty of amazing people that know this stuff, but I think especially on the indie level, we don't quite always have access to, the higher level, let's say, practical effects that studio projects may have. And so on an indie level budget, looking to theater people could be a great solution for you. So just food for thought, as it certainly was for me when I saw Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. So that's my takeaway, and use it as you will.